Hey yo, what up? This league I'm doing an Ice Mage build, which I haven't done before, so it ended up being a bit scuffed. And in an effort to avoid all spoilers, I forgot to investigate how the new crafting mechanic works, so I still haven't done that, and I haven't used it at all. Anyway, here is Ice Mage 2000. Because Act 1 is just a tutorial, even with a shite build that only works half the time, I was able to break through into Act 2. My well thought out strategy of spamming every skill had paid off. But after a while, I ended up ditching the Frost Bomb because it hardly went where I tried to place it. I don't know if it was because of lag or what, but either way, I got rid of it. The Abyss mechanic. At first I was a little overwhelmed and was yeeted, but after getting used to it, I found it to be more fun than the other mechanics. The Abyss is very manageable for the most part, particularly at range, but it can be pretty scary when you go underground, Dark Souls 2 style. Now Act 2 is typically the point where a build starts to come together. That wasn't really the case with my build. It continued to be a lot of spam and crap. I thought just focusing on elemental damage would be enough, and to be fair, it was, but just barely. At a certain point, I was consumed by the Ice Nova, hypnotized by it. It ushered forth sweet memories of the Hoarfrost Stomp from Elden Ring, and I wanted it to be the centerpiece of the build. I wanted it to be everything, to do everything, to spam and clear entire screens with little to no brain cell activation required, only it wasn't meant to be. Such great heights were still yet beyond me. But that didn't stop my pathetic attempts to bring forth such a sweet dream into my bleak reality, ultimately resulting in chip damage boss fights. Then I had to fold and use Frostbolt as my main single target damage. Needless to say, the build was pretty shite at this point. At the start of Act 3, I was a bit disappointed with the state of my Ice Nova. I attempted to switch to an ice machine gun using ice darts, but that was even worse, so I went back to Ice Nova and Frostbolt. I figured I would keep moving forward and only ever change stuff when met with resistance. Not really sure what to stat into. I ended up going half offense, half defense on the skill tree, trying to pick out stuff that would most benefit the Ice Nova. I only remembered that they added the sprint ability halfway through Act 2, so I could have been faster, but I guess that's another side effect of avoiding spoilers. By the time I was deep into Act 3, I had basically zero Chaos Resist. I was also avoiding the Chaos Trial because I didn't really want to do it. That is when I remembered the Marketplace, and that's also when I found out you can't even use the Marketplace until you reach Act 4. So I had to actually go look for all the loot I've been hoarding, and I ended up finding a Chaos Resist ring, which was pretty minimal, but it ended up being enough to beat the Poison Lady. Then after that, it was pretty much just a straight shot into Act 4, given that the final Act 3 boss is pretty easy, at least if you're as good as I am. And there you have it. I have successfully navigated my peak ice build into the new content. where I was absolutely sure that I could only grow in strength, but that remained to be seen. As of now, I have almost fully completed Act 4, and will probably make that its own video if I can be bothered, as well as the interludes that follow that. So if you want to see just how far my Ice Nova can go, make sure to donate $100 in the comment section. Absolutely Ice Nova, the like and subscribe. Use all your exalts on low tier garbage and deny reality. Anyway, see you later.